Please put your hands together for the one and only Charlie Adams, everybody!
Hey everybody, give another big hand for Ty Wright. So I live on Manitoulin Island, and now the fall's coming along, and thinking about deer hunting. I don't actually deer hunt, but I look after my nephews when their parents are gone hunting. And I got this little 4-year-old nephew. He's precocious. Takes off his shirt, stands in front of a full-length mirror, and he pretends he's lining up a prized buck. So one day I pointed to his belly button. I said, "Hey kid, you get shot?" He says, "Yeah, you want to see where the bullet came out?" So I took him to a petting farm, and they had these llamas, and he was being actually a little dick, you know. He started teasing the llama, saying, "You're so ugly, you're so stupid." So I thought, well, it's time to take him home. So I took him by the hand, headed to the truck, and llamas have sharpshooting abilities to hack back a loogie, I got to tell you that. They splat, that llama splat him with snot from head right down his face. And I threw him in the back of my truck. I didn't want to mess up my interior. I took him to his mom, and his mom said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Karma, and she's a bitch." Now, this is the most unusual segue. It's not a segue. I'm going to talk about something entirely different. When I was in high school, I decided to become a musician to attract female attention. And I decided to pick the coolest and sexiest instrument of all, the trombone. That's the kind of reaction I'd get from my dates. Now, I would tell them that the reason the trombone is so cool and sexy is because in order to play the trombone really, really well, you need to have supple lips, a talented tongue, and a quick right hand to get through all 7 positions of the slide. Now, I married a fellow trombonist. Sometimes life just works out, I gotta tell you, because between the two of us, we know 14 positions. When I first met the woman that was going to become my wife, she was on a university campus, and she was wearing these designer jeans called Hang 10. Some of you might know them. Little yellow footprints on the rear pocket. And as she walked by, I sometimes say things out loud that I'm thinking, but I don't know that I'm saying them out loud. And as she walked by, I just went, "Wow, is she beautiful?" I guess I said that out loud because she turned around and gave me a big smile, and I dated her every day for the next 3 weeks before I accidentally proposed. True story. In my head, I was thinking, I think I've fallen in love with you, and we should get married. And she said, "Yeah, that's a good idea." And so several months later, we got married on Manitoulin Island. Yeah, it's sweet, right? Thanks. So I wrote a song for our 25th wedding anniversary, and we've been married last month for 42 years. That's a nice apathetic response. Thank you. Yeah, but for our 25th wedding anniversary, we had a big party. And so I wrote this song to describe our love story, and I thought I'd sing it to you here tonight. But a qualifier. I was a trombone player, not a singer, so please be kind. All right, so here's the story of my love for my wife. When I was just a lad of 20, I met a pretty lass. The jeans she wore had yellow feet painted on her curvy ass. My love for her was instant, and some think much too fast. I couldn't resist the yellow feet painted on her curvy ass. Now more than 40 years have passed since I first saw the sway of the painted yellow feet upon her curvy ass that day. The feet have faded, the threads have worn, and the jeans are thrown away. But my true love's curvy ass is here for me to stay. If you should seek your own yellow feet on jeans of curves and sway, face the lass with a mighty fine ass and turn and walk away. Unless her face is pretty and her smile is also sweet, and her heart she gives to you one day, like my true love to me. When I sang that song for our big party, my wife's sisters and girlfriends and all our relatives, they thought, I'm like the most romantic husband in the world, right? When I sing that song now, oh, she's not here tonight, that's why I can sing that song. She says, quit singing about my ass. Now, you might have noticed my hand shaking a little bit. I'm not nervous. I'm having a blast up here. I have Parkinson's. Not quite so funny, but it's true. When I'm having fun and I'm excited, my hand shakes like a son of a bitch. So you can tell I'm having fun. Turns out, now that I've had Parkinson's for a little while, it also shakes when I'm pissed off and horny, too. Which means it shakes almost all the time. Now, some of my comic buddies have suggestions of slow down the tremor. One thought I should try marijuana. You can picture me rolling my own joint, right? Another one said, why don't you try those special brownies? And seriously, do I look like a guy who could eat just one brownie? Now, I first experienced the tremors shortly after I'd gone swimming in some really cold water. And that water was so cold, not only did I have shrinkage, I'm pretty sure I grew a vagina. You know, for a short time there, I felt smarter. What a suck-up, eh? I also had a desire to shop, and I was willing to stop and ask for directions. So I've got a new specialist. I'm not going to tell you about the old one tonight. You heard that one back in March, I think. But my new specialist reminded me, you can't grow a vagina in cold water, nor can you get any damn smarter, and you will not have a desire to shop just because you were cold. All right. Now, there are pros and cons to having a tremor. For one thing, I'm really good at scratching lottery tickets. I've become a very fast swimmer, like Olympic fast, in a circle. My deaf friend has asked me to stop using sign language to communicate with him. He thinks I swear and stutter too much. My French friends ask me, comment ça va? And I can't help but respond by saying, comme ci, comme ça, comme ci, comme ça, comme ci, comme ça, comme ci, comme ça. At Christmas time, I was at the mall, and I didn't realize my keys were jingling quite so much. I made $50 more than the Salvation Army guy did. I had to stop playing trombone. I took out the entire flute section. It wasn't pretty. That slide just bang, 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 bang. Guys, if you happen to be standing at a urinal beside me later on, a heads up, you're getting pee on your shoe. And ladies, I just want to say, often at the end of a show, some of you will want to come up and give me a hug, and I really appreciate it. I'm, a cuddly bear kind of guy anyway. And the problem now is I can't really predict where this hand will end up. I can't even take the credit for the pleasure it may cause. Well, that's my short little bit for tonight. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome.
Charlie Adams, everybody. Let him hear it one more time.